Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. Yes, I am. Anyways, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Doing good. I made you laugh.
It happens occasionally.
Right, you're like, puny mortal. So I have a question for you. And this is kind of nuts because it's actually been bugging me since I saw it come up on the list a few weeks ago, which we haven't looked at really.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a long while.
I'm going to get your comeuppance.
College kids. I could tell by the little pink how the apples of your cheek get a little pink, so I know it pisses you off. College kids.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Because I got it and you didn't. Tucker and Dale versus the Wolf.
Yeah.
You're like, you bitch. Anyways, so, but I was thinking about it, right? Because we've talked about Tucker and Dale and then, of course, the Evil Dead franchise and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. If you could pick, I'll give you three. How about that? If you could pick any three canceled TV shows to bring back, what would they be and why? Pick one, go.
Canceled TV shows.
Yes.
What the fuck was that one? It's with the dude from The Loop. Fuck. It was the one where he was, he basically went around catching demons, and returning them.
You're not talking about Grimm, are you?
No. Grimm is monsters, not demons in particular, because he did all kinds of different monsters.
Okay.
This one was like, I don't know, 5 or 7 years before Grimm came out.
Okay, so the early 2010s?
Actually, before the 2010s even.
Oh.
Fuck.
Because I know Supernatural, but that's been around. They got like 109 seasons of that shit.
Yeah, one of my friends goes to all of like their conventions and stuff, and she has like this big folder of like autographed pictures and stuff. It's really fucking cool.
It would be, especially if every time she goes, she has the experience and she meets like new people and everything, and they all share in this fandom, and then she gets a new autographed picture every time she goes from them. So it would like really, you're like, oh yeah, and he was wearing this plaid shirt this one time, and then oh yeah, that's the one where he bought redacted brand name donuts for everybody. You know what I mean? Like that would be cool. Yeah. It would be cool to see, and also be interesting to see because if you look at the length of time they'd been doing that show, how did their autographs change over the years? Did you get in line first? Did you get at the end? Were they all pre-signed? Because I don't trust anything fucking pre-signed. I don't trust none of that shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways.
Fuck. You made me completely forget.
Somebody that was in something called The Loop.
Yeah, there was this actor who was in a show called The Loop. That show got canceled. And then this other show came out. I don't remember the name of it. Reaper.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. They did 3 seasons of that.
Yeah. And the last season kind of sucked. Same thing, because a very similar thing happened with The Loop. The Loop got canceled because of a writer's strike. And then when they tried to bring it back, it just sucked. Like the people weren't into it. The people making it weren't into it or whatever.
Right.
And then, the Reaper show, which has the fucking Dale. Tucker.
That's right.
Dale.
Alan Tudyk. No, Tucker. Okay, so Taylor Labine.
Yeah, Taylor Labine is like the
dude,
main
I got some news about him too.
The main character's best friend in that show.
Yeah,
that show was great. The dude who was the actual main character, also the dude who played the devil, is fucking awesome. But yeah, that show definitely.
Yeah. And with good cause, because it is about a serious thing like demon hunting and all that. But they do have a lot of comedic moments in it.
Yeah,
it really was.
It's a comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike the other 2 shows that I've seen that are basically the same show.
Yeah.
There was one that was before that was like late 90s, I want to say. Where essentially this dude was going around hunting souls that got out of hell, not necessarily demons. I guess they were demons, but they were people who had been sent to hell, and then they were escaping. And then the one recently with Kevin Bacon, where that is essentially the same thing.
Yeah, what'd you say the name of that was? The Bondsman?
Yeah, Bondsman. Yeah, and that only had one season, so.
Yeah, are they going to do any more of that, or it's just going to be a one set?
Well, they made it with like the intention for there to be more seasons, but it looks like that got canceled after the first season.
Not shocking. I mean, it
was pretty good. It was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I did not watch it yet. Of course, I don't have Amazon Prime. My partner does, but he wasn't actually interested in watching it. Not because he doesn't like Kevin Bacon, but he didn't have an interest. So I have to find time to watch it when I'm here by myself, and most of my free time when I'm by myself, if it's not working on the content, the social media stuff,
it's household maintenance stuff.
Well, no, I mean, I do my chores in the middle of the night pretty much. Like 2:00 in the morning, I'm up usually by 2:00. Between 2 and 4 is when I'm going to scrub the toilet, or set the dishes to go, or do the laundry that I forgot to do the night before, or whatever. But if I'm not working on working on the social media stuff that we have to post to meet the guidelines they want and all that kind of stuff, then I'm reading right now. Okay, because I'm trying to do that thing where I'm consciously avoiding electronics because I have to spend so many hours a day on them.
Yeah.
So it's actually very refreshing to me. Like I said, last night started listening to the first Dresden book on audiobook, and I just listened to it while I was doing dinner instead of running in the living room and walking back and forth and watching TV. I chose to change it because I think I definitely slept better the couple hours I slept last night. So it's about that. So anyways, okay. So Reaper, I agree. Great show.
Yeah.
What would be another one?
I think the obvious one would be fucking Firefly.
And the other person from Tucker and Dale versus Evil, Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. Which is just a coincidence, but yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that this literally just came out today? I just saw it today. Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk actually started a podcast.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because they've been partners in space and all these other things. So now they're doing it. I don't know if I'll check it out anytime soon or not. Me personally, listening to the podcast, first of all, I like listening to ours. Just because I'm like, oh, I got him so good in that moment. Like, so for me, that's a memory thing, right? It's a positive memory thing. But also when I listen to podcasts, I want to binge them because I have to be in the mood to spend more than 15 minutes at a time listening to a podcast.
Yeah, okay. And
I don't have any desire to. I'm very picky about I don't want to get canceled. I'm just going to leave it that I'm very picky about my shit. But anyways, so Firefly.
Yeah.
Because of his pretty blue bonnet.
Yeah.
Or because of the robot whore. I don't know which.
What? So
there's the professional companion.
Yeah, she's not a robot.
I thought there was a robot in that group of people.
No, there are no robots.
Okay.
I don't think there's any robots actually in the entire setting.
Yeah. Well, because I know there was the very short limited TV series, which was Firefly, and it was like, what, 10 or 12 episodes or something like that?
Something like that.
It was just one season. And then they had the companion movie that was supposed to wrap up the series called Serenity.
Yes.
And I literally think I have seen 5 minutes of one or the other, and I couldn't tell you which. Again, when I was much younger, when that stuff was not much younger, obviously, but when I was younger and that stuff was out, it just was not the genre I was leaning towards at the time. Yeah. That's still when I was just like, when's the newest Saw movie coming out? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like that idea of, I don't even know what Firefly is about. What's Firefly about?
It's kind of a combination of like
space cowboys?
Yeah, space cowboys and pirates. Almost, not really.
So that honestly sounds like a ripoff of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy isn't cowboys in space.
No, but they are space pirates.
Ish, yeah. They're more like Guardians of the Galaxy, at least from my limited understanding, because I'd never read those comics.
Sure.
And basically I've only seen them through movies, are more like a band of thieves in space. So it's basically a heist.
Yeah, they're called, what is it, Reavers or something? Reapers, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
that was like their gang or whatever that they were part of.
Yeah. You want to know a mindfuck? Michael Rooker plays Odondu Atantu, plays the blue guy.
Yeah.
So it's a real trip. One day I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which is where he's in. And so I watch it. Spoiler alert. And it gets to the point where he's I may not have been your daddy, but, I wasn't your father, but I was always your daddy or whatever. You're my son or whatever. And I'm like, and then I turn on The Walking Dead, and it literally happened to be the episode that Merle dies.
Watching Guardians of the Galaxy and being in a situation where you kind of like his character was very surreal to me.
Yeah.
Because I hated his fucking character in Walking Dead, and you're kind of supposed to because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then I also hated his character in the only movie prior to that I'd ever seen him in, and that was fucking Mallrats. Because his character's a fucking utter ass in that movie. I mean, he's kind of understandable because he's the daddy of the chick that is the love interest of the main character, basically.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, he's a douchebag in that movie.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Well, so in The Walking Dead, so you got Michael Rooker. He's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
If you hated him in roles you were supposed to hate him,
yeah,
he did his job
it's a
really.
Good sign. Yeah.
Oh man. But what's interesting to me is that, so when I find an actor that I enjoy, whether I love them or hate them, I'm going to read about them. Because if there's something I can mentally pick at, be like, yeah, there's a reason I don't like you douchebag, but just the range he has. And I'll tell you what, I loved and hated the Merle character in Walking Dead.
Okay.
I love the fact that he made no apologies for who he was. Now, I'm not saying he was a good guy, right? But he made no apologies for who he was. This is just how I am, and I'm honest about it. So I could respect that.
Okay.
I couldn't respect his racist point of views.
Yeah.
Because I literally was flipping off the TV. Even I just started re-listening the episodes again a week ago. But now I'll be listening to Dresden instead, right? But anyways, and I just remember that first episode where he's there and he's calling that guy dirty stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I just can't wait till you have to chop off your hand, you motherfucker. Ooh, right? But anyways, but then what's interesting about Michael Rooker is I've seen him in other things where I'm just he's just the, what do you say, tertiary character? Tertiary, yeah. Just kind of there, whatever. But I saw him in Love and Monsters, and he is there's a part of him because he's so very cut and dry about this is how the shit has to be. So what's really interesting is it's like he took Merle, and Merle evolved and became Odontu.
Okay. Because
in the movie you've never seen Love and Monsters?
No.
It's really funny and it's really good. But anyways, and Agent Double H, hi Agent Double H.
Hello.
Agrees with me that it's a great movie. Anyways, not that we have taste. I mean, obviously.
That means I'm not watching it.
Right. Oh, God forbid. Oh. Anyways, but he's got that hard ass side like Merle, but he's got this very sweet and tender side, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, where he's this character that's like, I know how I'm coming off, and I know I come off as this way, but really, truly, I want you to be. I'm just trying to do it to keep you safe. So I don't know. It's Michael Rooker is just a fantastic actor. He scares the hell out of me because how old he is, and he practices martial arts still every day in his 70s.
Okay.
He's way up there, black belt. I would not want him to come to this house and be like, so I heard that Dagda's got something to say about my acting, and I'd be kicking you out the door. I'd be like, I love you, Michael Rooker. Anyways, so Firefly. So it's a space cowboys, space pirate-ish, space Avengers.
Well, it's basically that they have very cowboy attitudes and cowboy attire, I guess you could say.
You say that, and my brain goes, the wild, wild space. Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's the Wild West in space.
Okay.
And like they're sort of on the fringe of civilization, much like the Wild West was. And it's basically a group of friends, well, a few friends and some acquaintances, let's say.
Like a group of companions.
She's awesome.
She's a beautiful woman.
Oh, yeah. And her character is awesome. And anyway, it's basically this group of misfits trying to do what they can to survive in a weird-ass civilization.
Okay.
I guess. And so they're traveling from planet to planet, trying to get any kind of work they can in order to survive and also maintain their business, which is their ship. Mm-hmm. Well, it's one person's
because it's
ship,
like the transport ship or a hauler ship or cargo ship or some kind or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's a cargo hauler, although it's a sort of small, medium-sized cargo hauler.
Yeah. So, but am I correct in the few minutes that I saw that, like, Mal, who was played by Nathan Fillion, right? Yep. Didn't he have a thing for the professional companion lady or whatever? Yes.
So it's kind of like the beginnings of like a love story.
Okay.
That starts in that, because it's only one season, right? So, and it's kind of like he's kind of conflicted because he is definitely into Anaria, I think is her name. But she's effectively one of his fucking employees. Not really. She works for herself.
Right.
It's just kind of
still a coworker attitude if everybody's contributing for the longevity of this life and this business he's running.
Yes. And then he has kind of the internal struggle of she's a prostitute.
Oh, you just gave me a dirty look when I said that a few minutes ago.
So.
Oh, wait, I said whore. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There is a difference.
Yes. And so he's like, almost like he's trying to save her from that life.
Right.
Even though that was something she was born and raised to do. Because she's way more than just a prostitute. Like some of them are spies and assassins also. Mm-hmm. It's this whole fucking thing of their whole organization. They got all kinds of crazy training for all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And so basically the main reason he wanted her on his ship was to serve as sort of a point of legitimacy for his business.
Okay.
Because it basically gives him extra prestige, basically, to have a authentic companion.
Right.
Because she's not just a prostitute.
Yeah, she's not just somebody who is just like, well, I just fell into his lap and fall into this business. She's actually somebody who was born and bred specifically to be a companion. And it's not about the sex. It literally is first, I believe, because I saw a clip where she was just like, she said something about, did you think I slept with him? That's not what I did. I'm a companion first. Mm-hmm. And if that falls into it, it falls into it or whatever.
Yeah. So, and if that's part of the agreement, then that's part of the agreement. If not,
but like most of what she does isn't that. And she chooses who she does that with.
Yeah.
Which is definitely girlfriend experience 100% all the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So fair enough. We got Reaper, which I agree. I would love to see that. Right. And then Firefly, like I said, I've got maybe 5 or 7 minutes experience. That's like about it. Yeah. And I love Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. Alan Tudyk is awesome.
He is. Let me tell you what. I would I would think about giving Firefly a chance because I think it's got 2 of the absolutely best, most versatile actors we know in our generation. And that, of course, is Alan Tudyk and Nathan Fillion. Mm-hmm. Those 2 guys, like, I will take an Alan Tudyk. So sorry. I always say it wrong because I remember very specifically used to saying it Tudyk. But anyways, I would take an Alan Tudyk any day of the week over a George Clooney or a Brad Pitt.
Okay.
I like how he pokes fun at himself in interviews. I like the fact that he's got a memory that's he's got a very long memory. And I want to say he's done like 40 something different voice characters, and they're all distinct and different, and he can throw them all out whenever he wants. He puts it out there.
Yeah.
I think he's very versatile. He has done comedies, he's done romance, he's done everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy, and I'm not those Brad Pitt and George Clooney fans. Good on them. That's great. They're not my style. I would take a Danny McBride over either of those two.
Any fucking way.
No, that's just me though.
Yeah.
We've had that conversation before.
Yeah.
It's just me. I think Danny McBride is fucking fantastic looking. And I think Alan Tudyk is probably closer to what I imagined when I was a kid I'd marry. Blonde, blue eyes, tall, funny, you know. Definitely not what my ex-husband is. I mean, he's tall and thin, but he, you know, brown hair, brown eyes, you know.
Yeah. And then my
crazy.
third one, which I hadn't even thought about this, but it should have been
number
first
one
on my list, Dresden Files. Although I would want it to be changed to be closer to the books.
100%.
Rather than what it was. I'm not one of those people that hated the television series.
No.
Because of the changes that they made. I was fine with almost all of them. The one biggest one that I would have wished for them to change back to closer to the book is Bob. But I understand kind of why they did what they did. At least I have an idea as to why they did what they did, and I understand it.
Well, in the book, when I read Bob, I'm just reading the spirit that lives in a skull. I'm not, you know, that who can go out and do his own thing. Mm-hmm. You know, but he has to have permission to do that, which I find is hilarious. Because I just recently, in the book I'm reading right now, which is Grave Peril, I did find it funny when when Harry's just like, you can go, I need you to go do this and this, but you got to stay on that, or I'm going to send you back to the never, never. You know, so that was that your only issue with Dresden? Was the Bob character, or?
I mean, I get why people were angry about the fucking hockey stick thing, and I get why people.
I haven't seen all of the episodes, so.
Well, instead of a staff, he had a hockey stick.
Okay.
He used a hockey stick as a staff, which I get why he did that. Although I also agree it's not less weird than walking around with a walking stick.
Right.
You're walking around with a hockey stick because you're trying to blend in. What the fuck?
So if you the writer Jim Butcher, if you put it into his perspective, how he always viewed the TV show, that this is basically just another reality of Harry's.
Yeah.
That could be his. Does it make it easier for you to swallow what happened in the TV show?
I always agreed with that.
Nice.
However, I also understand the people that are angry about the inconsistencies between the two. So the first episode of that show is basically the first or the second book, right? It's Full Moon, basically. Actually, no, that's not the first book. That's not the first episode.
According to Jim Butcher himself, none of the episodes are actually based on any of the books except for one. And only one of them is based off of the very first book, Stormfront. And that's like somewhere between episode 8 and 10.
Because one of the episodes is very obviously basically Full Moon.
Yeah.
The one where the fucking FBI shows up, that's basically Full Moon. It's not the same thing, but essentially.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, so if we look at it in altered dimensions, then it would make sense that it would be similar. But, you know, Jim Butcher did say there's only one of them actually based like where it's true to the story. There might be some influences with others, but they're not meant to be, I guess. Yeah. And he did say that, like, how serious is it that Dresden could come back as a series? And just earlier this year, we had read that bit where he was just like, I read it to you, where it's like, well, you know, there's contracts and we're talking money and, you know, W-2 forms and all that. So it's kind of serious. I would love to see it, but who would play Dresden?
I mean,
because there's no actor out there who's going to be tall enough.
I mean, there is nobody that fits his physical description.
What about that Finn Wolfhard kid that plays Mike on Stranger Things?
He's way too young. Maybe he could play baby Dresden or something. If they did flashbacks to when he was a kid, he could play the kid.
He's like in his 20s, dude.
And still not old enough to play Dresden at the beginning of the series. let alone later on.
I'm very confused how old Dresden's supposed to be at the beginning of the series, because you tell me he's in his 20s, but the way it reads to me is he's definitely mid-30s.
He's like late 20s at the earliest, into maybe his mid-30s.
So then who could we have as an actor to be Dresden?
Skaarsgård, the Pennywise Skaarsgård.
Oh, yes. And he's the perfect age.
Yeah, he's tall and skinny and...
Yeah, he's tall. He's like 6'4", 6'5", so that's close. That's you get him in some boots like he wore in the Crow remake. He'd be like 6'8".
I mean, they don't. Once again, you don't need to quite absolutely fucking have it the same. It's nice if you can get as close as possible.
But wouldn't it be a nerdy wet dream if you got it just so fucking very close?
If there was an actual good actor who had the physical qualities of Dresden, that would be amazing.
Yeah, because
however, you don't get a fucking what's his name? Fucking goddamn it! I want Patrick Stewart to play X-Men. You don't get a fucking thing that close.
Yeah.
That often. That's a fucking fluke, man. So
it is. But I mean, if you look at Bill Skaarsgård, if his hair was dark and long,
which they could just dye his hair.
They could, or wig it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think he'd be a very good fit for Dresden.
Yeah.
But he's wrapped up in Welcome to Derry going on right now. But it would, that'd be pretty fucking cool if HBO bought that series and he did them both.
Yeah.
That'd be really. I don't know. It's.
Although I would be annoyed because then I'd be like, nah, I got to fucking do another thing to get HBO.
Right.
I'd be much happier,
especially because it's not cheap. I'm very blessed. My partner pays for it.
Yeah,
I'm very blessed. But
I mean, I could always do one of those things like my roommate does. Is like, okay, a series that I want to watch has come out. Mm-hmm. I'll wait till it's done for the season, and then I'll pay for it for a month, and then I'll fucking binge it, and then I'll disconnect. I'll shut off the...
You know damn well that if a new Dresden Files comes out and it's on HBO, you know damn well you'll be over here with popcorn watching me watching it. Because I don't think I'm going to get you to watch any more of the Welcome to Derry.
I don't know, maybe.
Because, I mean, I think that's on that horror genre where you're just not a fan of it. Yeah. I do think that you would think that you would like it because it is on that realm of sci-fi and fantasy. But it's just, I think it's probably because there's way more gore to it and not enough backstory.
I mean, I don't mind gore.
I don't think my partner likes it when I watch gore.
I kind of prefer, I'm going to go back to old school. So I definitely prefer Conan over fucking Call of Cthulhu. And the reason is because Conan is a hero fucking out there stomping the shit out of bad stuff.
Okay.
Whereas in Call of Cthulhu, it's like you're just fucked. Right?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I mean, I've listened to almost every one of the original Call of Cthulhu books. Mm-hmm.
Did it make you feel like that one lit RPG with the Russian writer who, just as things are getting good, he does something to fucking destroy it?
No.
Because I actually did a little tiny bit of reading. Call of Cthulhu apparently is very popular with a huge percentage of people because they want to live in that world where that exists. And
those people are fucking insane. There's no fucking way. Because that in that world, you're just fucked. Humanity is fucked with a capital F-U-C-K.
I think most of the time humanity's fucked anyways because we don't learn from our mistakes. People don't want to watch history anymore. And even if you do get them to pay attention to history, they're like, well, we need to whitewash this shit.
Here's the thing. Humanity is currently fucked with the lowercase F-U-C-K.
Okay.
In Call of Cthulhu, humanity's fucked with a capital F-U-C-K. Right?
So they're like,
and here's the thing. In that setting, it doesn't matter what you do, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You could make all the right decisions. Cthulhu's going to show up one day and everything is going to be destroyed.
Right.
Period. Right. There is no other fucking chance of anything else happening.
So now here's the thing. There's going to be some people out there who are listening to this. They're like, well, I feel like my life is capital F-U-C-K anyways, so I might as well just go live in the land of Cthulhu. Blech.
Congratulations. Now you can be ass raped by fish people.
This is like you're getting like almost angry. Jesus Christ. Let me just explain. There might be a reality out there where that's real, but in this one,
possible, yeah.
This one that you live in, Cthulhu's not real.
I know.
So just take a breath. Okay, so we've got Reaper.
I already said 3.
I'm recapping. We got Reaper, we got Firefly, and we got Dresden.
What would be your choices?
Oh, Buffy.
Okay.
I would love to see, maybe, I don't know.
A Buffy remake might be interesting, but...
Yeah, I would love to see a remake. Not an extension of, in the sense of... Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I think it would be cool if Buffy came back and actually had gotten pregnant by Spike and had his baby. So you got half demon, half Slayer.
So you could have a Dampier.
Yes.
So you could have a Wesley Snipes. Triple Dong Wesley Snipes.
Yes. I think that'd be cool. Only if you can get Sarah Michelle Gellar. I mean, obviously, R.I.P. Michelle Trachtenberg. She's not going to come back as little sister Dawn. You did know she died, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, she passed away. She had problems with her kidneys, and she had I believe it was a kidney transplant. And yeah, just
It didn't work.
They thought she was responding well and doing fine. And somebody went to her house. This just happened recently within the last few months, probably within the last 6 months. Anyways, they found her on the floor and she was gone. So yeah, R.I.P. Michelle Trachtenberg,
Yeah,
39. 39.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, right? So yeah, maybe some Buffy. Of course, I want The Walking Dead to come back. And I don't want this hokey ass fucking...
I mean, you already got 30 seasons of that.
No, I don't. I have 11, but what I would like to see is I would like to see The Walking Dead come back now that Rick has been reunited with his wife and kids. And I would like to see them come back because obviously the people who play the kids, because it's been off the air for a few years, so they're grown up. Now what kind of lives are they leading as like late teens? Because at this point, Judith would be, she'd be 16 to 18 year range, right? In real life, she's actually like 20 because Kaylee Fleming is just a little tiny thing. She's a little tiny thing. But I would love to see at least like one season, kind of like how they did a one-off, The Ones Who Live with Rick and Michonne. I would love to see them do like one season of The Walking Dead when they rise again or something like that. You know, just something really cool where they all come back. Because at this point where Walking Dead left off, you've got zombies are starting to do different things like grab things, turn doorknobs. They're starting to grab weapons. They're starting to climb. They're starting to do things that they've never been able to do. But more than anything, I would like to see the characters come back. Like, I can't stand Dead City. No offense. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, no offense. Can't stand it. But I would like to see it come back. I would like to see it come back to where Maggie and Herschel come back around Rick and Michonne and see Herschel and Judith get married. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, but then I also have that thing where I'm like, oh, I would love to see some Buffy because first of all, I'd love to see Sarah Michelle Gellar more mainstream. Her kids are grown. Her kids are old enough. They can take care of herself. She doesn't need to be there anymore. She can go work full time again if she wants. And I think it would be really cool if maybe her own daughter played her daughter, like the new Slayer. But yeah, again, being half Spike and half Slayer, right?
Okay.
So that would be a good one. Because love me some Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm probably always gonna say The Walking Dead because I've just like, I would actually love to see them remake that entire series.
Okay.
Where Glenn doesn't die. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I would love to see it. No offense to the gal who plays Maggie. Her name just went right out of my head.
Yeah.
I would love to see it where they meet Negan after she's had the baby. And then Glenn has to raise the baby as a single dad.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, see her and Glenn's position switch. But after the baby's born, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because Glenn was he was a good, awesome character.
The death of Glenn caused so many people to stop watching the show.
Yeah. I mean, like I was going to say, he was an awesome character, but he was also kind of weak, I guess.
I think he was weak in the sense of how he was attached to a lot of humans.
Yeah, he was definitely not a person who was willing to do what was necessary for the betterment of everybody.
Well, no, he did, because he goes to the satellite station and he does what's needed for the benefit of them getting guns and food. and all that, right? So he does do that. But you can literally see that he honestly is just waiting to die from there.
Yeah.
Because it's just like it tore so much of his humanity off. But
I mean, I guess you should be glad that you didn't live in the time of the fucking Romans.
Well, you don't cry about these things. It's just how things are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can have, so what's really interesting is, I'm still on season 1, right? It's the very end of season 1. Shane has just died.
Okay.
But if you go back like 2 or 3 episodes, there is, the walkers have been let out of the barn. They all kill all of the walkers that Herschel thought was like, these are just sick people. They'll get better. And it dawns on him, holy crap, I've been feeding corpses. I've been doing nothing but feeding corpses. I've never let them rest and blah, 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 blah. So he trots off to town and gets drunk on his own. Rick and Glenn come and they're there. 2 guys show up. Do you remember this?
I don't remember that now.
Oh, well, these 2 guys show up and they're like talking like, hey, where's your camp? And hey, maybe this farm and everything. Anyways, the 2 strangers that show up get killed because they were gonna try to rob, and force everybody to say where this farm was so they could move in. Yeah. So their buddies come looking for them. They're like, and Rick says, it's just how it is, because he finally was just like, they came at us. We had to defend ourselves. You know how it is now. It's just how it is. And you have to have that mentality going into an apocalyptic situation that like, look, you can have the best intentions of the world, but if it's me or you, it's you're going down. I'm yelling timber. Sorry.
Okay. I do not fucking know.
I'm just saying, like, if it's my life over their life, it's you're going down.
I don't get your little
when you're going down
reference.
But because it's part of a song. We're going down. I'm yelling timber, which means pow. I shoot you and down you go. You fall like a tree. Pow, timber.
I get that. I don't get the fucking.
You've
song.
Never heard the song, I don't think.
No, fortunately not.
I like it.
Anyway,
I like it. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, and that's gonna be like, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I'm just like, Walking Dead come back, but I would like to see it. I think it'd be fucking cool if they remade it and then just switched a couple of character positions, because I definitely would not want it to be more like it is in the comic books. Because like, God, if I had to watch Lori fucking Holden, no thanks. Anyways, I probably would agree with you about Reaper. I really like Tyler Labine, and I don't mind Brett Harrison. I mean, he's fine, but I like that whole. I just like their chemistry.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were really good together.
I mean, of course, I would also be open to the idea of them creating a show with Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk that was like Together and Again, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, where they made a TV show.
A TV show out of it. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be so bomb. Where they've got their cabin all built, and I don't know what it is. Every time we come out of here, all these kids, and so they've got to go through and figure out like what evil lurks around the corner. Like imagine, oh God, I guess that would be like Dresden and Army of Darkness put together.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I don't care. I just want to see more Alan Tudyk.
Dresden Files with 2 idiots that are fucking stumbling through survival of fucking horror. Yeah.
Grab that leg, just pull. We got to get him out of here.
They're not really idiots, but yeah.
Well, it's funny because, they're not idiots, but they're oblivious.
Yeah,
and there is a big difference, when you talk about personalities, because you have people that are just like, you ain't got the fucking street smarts that God gave a dirty sewer rat. You don't have, you got that side of it. And then you got the other side of, oh my God, you went to college? You can't even read past, hop on pop. Good Lord. Yeah. So you have those 2 sides to it. But I don't know. I'm wondering, I've been in this zombie phase for like probably the better part of 20 years where it's just like, I consume and love things zombie, and I get mad when people do things that are like we talked before about like the history of zombies. And it's just like, if it's going to be magic, make it magic. But if not, the laws of physics and the laws of science still fucking apply.
Yeah, like one thing that is kind of annoying is that they always ignore physics with stuff like, broken legs and stuff like that, like broken joints.
Yeah.
And it's like, those things actually matter. Not feeling the pain of it
is different, but it's still the
different.
Mechanics of your body.
Yeah.
You're not going to be, if you have an exterior break, if you have a break that has gone through the skin and you're not going to be walking the same.
Yeah. Chances are you're not going to be walking at all if it's like your femur is shattered because your leg won't be able to support your weight, so you'll fall over.
Yeah,
Stuff
exactly.
Like yeah.
It's like either follow the science or don't. But, of course, it's that thing where some writers want dramatic effect.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things I'm actually enjoying about Jim Butcher is some of the things that you would think would happen in a fantasy setting like that. Like where his character actually calls it out and he's just like, that's not how it is. That's only in movies. That you are still bound by the physics of this.
Yeah.
And I like how he explains why that is improbable.
And it's a cool thing with him because he doesn't take it as far as as Brandon Sanderson does.
Okay.
Brandon Sanderson is kind of famous because he has this college course that is called Brandon Sanderson's Laws of Magic.
Okay.
And they're actually on YouTube. You can watch them.
Okay.
And it's basically a sort of rule set to go by as an author.
Okay.
If you're going to be using magic in your setting.
Okay.
And it's not like a hard, okay, you must do it this way, but it kind of has a spectrum from soft magic to hard magic, where hard magic is the rules are very strict and well defined. So like most superhero settings, you could say are hard magic settings.
Okay.
Whereas the Lord of the Rings are kind of a soft magic setting where you don't really know what Gandalf can or cannot do because they never explain. For the most part, they don't explain what he's doing or why he's doing it and how he's going about it. He just does shit and stuff happens. Now, you can do that if what you're going for is wowing the audience. But if you want to have something like what happens in the Dresden Files, where a lot of times Butcher will bring up a problem and then Harry has to figure out a way to solve it using magic. Not always, because a lot of times he doesn't solve stuff with magic. He has a gun too. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. Or sometimes he just talks his way out of stuff.
He doesn't have the 38 special anymore. He's got...
It's like a 357 or something?
Yes, he's got a 357 now.
And so then it gives the audience the sort of ability to kind of reason out how he's going to go about it. And so a lot of times, if you figure it out before it happens, and then it happens, you're like, yes, I knew it. That's how he was going to do it. And so you get a really good feeling from figuring out, solving the mystery for one thing, but also figuring out how he's going to resolve things using his magic when he's told you can't do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And sometimes he ends up actually doing Z, but not, but because he's using the actual laws of his magic to actually get it to do something that you think he can't do, and maybe even he thinks he can't do at the beginning of the book, but he figures out actually how to manipulate things.
He gets really fucking frustrated if somebody tries to interrupt his line. Oh my God. It's reading him sometimes is like trying to talk to you or have a conversation with you, because if something sparks in my brain, I don't always reach for the notepad and write it down. It's just like, oh, but wait. And it's literally because Dresden's the same way, where he's just like, give me a minute. Like in the book, Susan calls him and Michael answers the phone and he's just like, I'm a little busy here, because he was summoning the demon to the holding circle.
Yeah.
And questioning him. And so he never did get back to Susan. But he was just like, man, you're trying to do something and people just got to get in the middle of it. So it's interesting. And it's just like, oh my God, I know that attitude all too well. So when you think about, because you've experienced a lot of Sanderson, do you think that Butcher follows his laws of magic?
I mean, he did his stuff completely independently of Sanderson. So I think Sanderson put out that course well after he had gotten popular for writing his own books.
Yeah, I do like how Dresden, when he does his magic, he's like, there's 5 things it has to tie together. It's like 5 or 8. You've always got to have a base. Mm-hmm. And I always love, like, he did that refresher, 24-hour refresher drink or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, cold coffee. He's like, but that's me. I like weird little things like that. But I like how he was just like, I use this for this and this for this.
Yeah.
And, and I found that interesting because he doesn't always say what he's doing for each concoction.
Yeah.
But it gives you the idea that that, hey, he's going to find stuff that fits with the situation. So even if he hasn't told you what the concoction is when he's making it, because like he's having a conversation with Bob or whatever, then when he makes an offhanded comment like, oh, and that's why I used, this swatch of whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I like that it's already been explained to you, like more than once. It's been explained to you. There are laws to making the magic potions and spells and everything, because you've got to, and I love his reasoning behind it is, it has to connect better. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I do like it when he impresses himself and he's like, oh, yeah, I didn't even know I was that strong for the wind to come in like that.
Yeah.
He's just like,
he used the storm to cast spells and stuff like that. Like, this is insane to do this, but I managed to do it and live.
Yeah. Like there was like in the Grave Peril, there's that part where he's in the warehouse. He's trucked the blood to Lydia. So he sees Lydia in this dark van. And then, of course, the brother and sister, Kelly and Kyle, she's like, Kelly's like licking him. And he gets she's trying to lick him. And he's like, no. And then a couple drops of her saliva go down his mouth. And then he's drugged.
Yeah.
And he's like, does everything he can. He's summoned every ounce of whatever. And he does this blast and it ends up, had hit the wall, and then the wall comes crumbling down and the sunlight hits the vampires. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's funny listening to him describe how he feels on the vampire venom.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely has a lot more naughty thoughts in his brain. Like,
yeah.
And she wore that bodysuit well, and I wanted, it's just like, but anyways.
Yeah.
And like 5 years ago, I would have said Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's another, so if I couldn't get Reaper, I'd say Big Bang Theory. Yeah. And that's just because I would love to see, obviously the series ends, spoiler alert, the series ends with Penny pregnant. And of course,
as it should.
Right. She should have been pregnant. You haven't seen all of the Big Bang Theory? No,
I'm not.
Well, closer to when her and Leonard start dating again, there's an episode where she was just like, basically it comes out that she's very sentimental. And he's like, and he's looking in this box because she's like, I have eggshells from the first time you made me breakfast. And I have the first rose you ever left me. And I have all this and I have that. And da-da-da-da. Just because I'm not romantic doesn't mean I don't see these things. Right. And he looks in the box and he goes, is that a pregnancy test stick? She's like, oh yeah, but that's just the first one.
Wow.
So she should have been pregnant many times. But, Big Bang Theory, I think as far as comedy goes, I think it would be good. I would love to see where Leonard and Penny are because like I watched Young Sheldon. I watched the whole entirety of that finally. And so we know when Young Sheldon comes out, it's basically Sheldon doing his memoir.
Yeah.
Is what you're seeing is his memoir.
Yeah.
And, so there's only essentially supposed to be, I think when it comes to the conclusion, he's just like, and then my dad died and and then I basically shut down for like 10 years or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could get behind Firefly, even though I love Nathan Fillion. Alan Tudyk, yes. I don't like Summer Glau, though.
No.
I think, and the thing is she's got to be a good actress. I would think she is, but she's got RBF, and I have a hard time with RBF, and I don't even know if she knows that she has RBF.
Yeah.
But
there's a fantastic movie that she was in that it seems almost like she was, I don't want to say that she was brought in like as a favor to somebody or something.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it also has fucking, God damn it, I just had his name in my head. The Tyrion.
Okay. Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage, yes. The amazing Peter Dinklage. Although neither one of them are main characters in there. They're sort of both tertiary characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Knights of Badassdom.
Oh, I think I saw I honestly think I might have saw a clip and I saw her and I was just like, I'm gonna pass.
Yeah, she's like I said, she's like a tertiary character.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I've seen the main character, the main actor in a bunch of other stuff. He's like a secondary character usually, like the sidekick or something like that.
Can you name any other movie he's been in?
No, I can't out the top of my head. Okay. Although I know I've seen him in a bunch of other things.
Okay.
And he's usually kind of the doofy, goofy friend.
Okay.
Anyway, it's set here in Washington.
Okay.
And like the main character, his family was rich, and I think his parents died, and so he has their inheritance. Mm-hmm. He owns a castle and lives in it. Mm-hmm. And then his friends pretty much just hang out with him or whatever, and they're like into LARPing and shit. Mm-hmm. And so he also buys and sells weapons.
Okay.
As sort of, he doesn't need to because he's got enough money from his parents or whatever, but he does that as his business, quote unquote.
This guy?
Yes.
Okay, he's one of them.
Yeah.
And then
that guy.
Steve Zahn.
Yeah. He's the main character. And anyway, so they go to this LARP.
Okay.
And Peter Dinklage is one of his best friends. And then the other guy. So there's like 3 best friends. They go to the LARP.
And his name is Hung.
Yeah. And fucking to just kind of get out or whatever. And chaos ensues. Mm-hmm. And Summer Glau ends up she's the hot chick at the fucking LARP.
Really? Because I would have thought this Margarita Leviva she's pretty cute. She's the succubus.
Yeah, she's the succubus. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, we're so good at that.
And she's the ex-girlfriend of the main character, I do believe.
Okay.
And so, yeah, all kinds of madness ensues. A bunch of people end up getting killed, and the friends kind of save the day, basically.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Interesting. I might give it a watch at some point. I'm just I have a couple of issues other than that. I mean, who the fuck doesn't have issues?
I mean, it's a fucking goofy comedy.
If it's like if she's only in 1 or 2% of the movie, I might consider watching it.
Yeah, she's not.
But I don't want to see her fucking face floating around. And
she's only occasionally in the whole movie, like maybe 10 scenes out of the entire movie she's in.
Yeah, and this movie's only like an hour and a half, so that's got to be like half the movie.
So the first entire setup of the movie, she's not in at all because she only shows up at the fucking LARP. So for the entire setup of the movie, she's not there. Then you see her once when they show up, they're like, oh, the hot chick showed up. And then she moves on because she's not interested in hanging out with these dorks.
Yeah.
Even though she's a dork at the fucking LARP.
Mm-hmm.
She's hanging out with her giant ass cousin.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big ass Viking dude.
I don't know. I think I'd rather watch Role Models again. If I'm gonna watch something about LARPing, because that was really fucking good.
That was a pretty good movie.
That was really good. I don't know. I might check it out. I don't know. I mean, it's no offense to her. First of all, I've got 2 main issues. The biggest one being she does look like she has a little bit of RBF going on. And I have a problem with that. It's like, that's why I don't listen to certain singers. Cause I'm like, oh, you can sing, but you look like, yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it at that.
It's just my face. Fuck off.
It's just my face. Don't look at me. Well, you're in the movie. You're on the TV. I don't want to see you. Anyways, off subject. I think those would be great shows to bring back. Or since they decided apparently the entertainment industry has decided they're going to remake every fucking movie out there anyway and don't have many original thoughts.
Yeah.
Why don't you just remake the Dresden Files? I will vote 100% with you. Dresden Files, 100%. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's get Bill Skaarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get him in there. Let's get him as Dresden. No, there's probably too much of an age difference. But who would we get to play Karen?
Karen.
Sorry. Her name is literally written as Karen.
I mean, fucking Murphy. I think she's too old. I was going to say Michelle Gellar would be an amazing Karen Murphy.
She would, except for physically, she does not fit the original description of Murphy.
Short and blonde chick.
She's actually where I am tall and lean, she is short and stout. So she is actually described in the very first book as having short blonde hair, or blonde hair, being short of stature, and more stout of stature.
Anyway, she would be a perfect fucking Karen Murphy. Except now I think she might be too old as far as like when the Dresden Files starts. Maybe not when her story arc ends. She probably isn't too old. If you just
fucking ruined it for me, I'm gonna be very angry. I mean, I'm guessing by that either her and Susan die soon, or one or the other and then the other. I don't know. Good job.
Definitely not both.
I can't stand Susan.
Really? She's an awesome character.
She is, but I also can't stand that she's definitely, I don't know. I like how she has the love and care for Harry, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's despite how she speaks and acts like, I'm going to use my feminine wiles to get what I want. I can't stand. First of all, I can't. Yes, she does. She comes on to him a lot and everything before they even get together as quote boyfriend and girlfriend. And she's like snuggles up to him. I would love some time with you later.
Oh, you mean Susan?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Karen. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I literally just said Susan.
Okay. For some reason, because you were talking about Karen, and then all of a sudden...
Well, I was confused because in one book, he describes Karen as blonde hair, short and stout, literally how she's described in the first book. And then now in Grave Peril, he talked about her being short and lean, and now she's got this page boy cut, and she's all of a sudden this martial arts master. And it's
she's a martial arts master throughout the books. You just don't see it in the beginning.
Yeah, but
in the first book.
But it's literally supposed to be a 1 year transpires between. It's supposed to be either about a year, maybe a year and a half that transpires between Stormfront and Grave Peril. Because he talks about all the werewolves, which was like 6 or 9 months before. Mm-hmm. And then when you look at the werewolf, when you look at the full moon, everything from Stormfront happened 6 or 9 months before.
Yeah.
So anyways, Bill Skaarsgård, 100% yes. Oh no, she's probably not old enough. I was gonna be like, what about Millie Bobby Brown? She dyed her hair blonde. She looked pretty, but I think she'd be too young. Nobody's gonna believe that she's a fucking mid-30s detective.
And that she's like, she's the head of an entire division of the,
Casey Kwoku. Penny from The Big Bang. She could do it.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not short though.
Yeah, she's not short. But
she has that lean, she's got the lean runner's body.
Yeah. She's too big, but not in the bad way. She's too tall and
I'm sure there's other. All I know is there's one actress. I would never watch it if they put one specific actress in it. I wouldn't even give it a try. Just because I think she is a see you next Tuesday with a twist and then some. And now I'm not even gonna, I have no respect for her so much in the fact that they actually just talked about one of her most recent movie completely bombed. And they're like, is this a fluke that her shit bombed or what? And they actually call it out going, no, it fucking bombed because first of all, this type of movie doesn't do very good. Mm-hmm. And second of all, she spent more time wrapped up in advertising and paying attention to trying to make money on advertisements instead of putting a good product out in a movie. Mm. I can't. Twat gobbler, go fuck yourself. I don't like her. That's just me.
I would say that Michelle Gellar would probably still make a good.
Well, yeah, because she's her age and she doesn't look her age.
Yeah, and so she could probably pull off Karen Murphy easily.
Probably, because she could easily pass for 38.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What? What?
Because I don't think that... Anyway, I don't think that she's anywhere near that old.
Would you like to make...
No, I'm not talking about fucking Michelle Gellar. I'm talking about Karen Murphy. I don't think she's 38.
I believe she's supposed to be mid-30s.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying is Michelle Gellar probably couldn't pull off mid-30s, but she could pull off somewhere like 38.
Yeah. Also, she's a good enough actress that
she could pull off mid-30s.
Even if you don't think she's perfect for the fucking thing, she would be a good choice.
I think with the physical descriptor he gives to her in Grave Peril, I think she's absolutely 100% a perfect choice physically, except for her haircut.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's it. But otherwise, she's a perfect fit.
I'm trying to think of who would make a good Thomas, and who would make a good Thomas. Thomas is the vampire, is the White Court vampire.
Oh, from Grave Peril.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Anyways, we're getting along in the tooth. So TV shows, TV come back. TV come back to us the way we remember it and had such joy.
TV come back to me.
I was actually in my head. I'm listening to TV come back. Yeah. So Reaper, Firefly, Dresden Files, Buffy, Walking Dead, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Walking Dead, A New Apocalypse.
Talking Ted. Anyway.
No. So, well, funny thing talking about TV shows. So my partner says, this How I Met Your Mother thing, is it worth it? And I'm like, it's okay, but
I've never watched it. Although I do really like Neil Patrick Harris.
I do too. Bless his heart, he made it through an episode and a half. It's one of those things like I can't tell somebody if they'd like it or not necessarily, especially when it's such one of those things where it's like, yes, I've seen the whole series, and yes, I found it funny, and I did warn him. I was like, but it's kind of like long in the tooth in the bad way sometimes. Yeah. I personally, how they made 9 seasons out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I did hear a lot of kind of, not really complaints, but almost a complaint about, and they never get to the point of This Is How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, it's like the very last season is about it. If they get to the point in the very last season, like the last 6 episodes, 8 episodes maybe, I don't know. The thing about it is when I think back my time watching it, it's like the whole thing is season 2, 3, and 4 just repeated. It's the same situation over and over and over. Mm-hmm. But it was funny because he didn't actually. I was just like, yep, I think that's might be one of the last. It's one of the last. What did I say? Oh, I was just like, yeah, R.I.P. Bob Saget, and he went, what? And I said, yeah, Bob Saget doesn't. He thought it was Josh Radnor, and I'm like, no, that's Bob Saget. And he listened to it, and he went, holy crap, because I think the last full on like acting role that he did was once again being Danny Towner in Fuller House. I think that's the last like full on series he did. Which is, it's really sad.
Yeah.
The whole thing with him, R.I.P. Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Why are all the good ones dying, for fuck's sake? Tom Hardy, don't go anywhere anytime soon, please. Thank you so much. He's one of my favorites. Oh, that gives me such stress. But on a side note, that's kind of squirrely in my head, my inner child says, now if they redid The Walking Dead, right? Would Rick have a southern accent the whole time? I hope you guys have a fantastic day.
Leave a comment as to what TV show you would bring back.
100%.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that because I just think that
I'm right, of course.
Of course. Dag does right. Dag.
Join Dagda Nation
Dag
and be correct.
Does right.
Always.
I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Leave it in the comments. Let us know what you think. And Dagda will judge you fairly and tell you you're wrong anyways. But it's okay.
Later.
Bye. Okay, everybody. That's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here. And please share and share again. And share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.